Welcome to Wisdom Not Included, and we are playing Plight of the Golden Dragon, Monday's OG group. And finally we can put faces to names. Say hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
He is very loud compared to everybody else. There we go, that's better.
Empirically, that is true.
I mean, that's true in all things. Yeah.
Yeah, both real life and the Doctor as personality. Oh, now you can't hear anything.
No, I turned it
Hello?
down again. Okay.
I can sit back here. Hello, everyone.
So, last week, to catch everybody up, if you use your bit, could I England today for 5 seconds? That would be great, right? Yeah?
England?
Can I England? I can England. So, to get everybody up to speed, if this is your first time here, the party are currently escorting 2 Dragonborn diplomats that are visiting from the nearby country of Wurath, who have travelled to the country on diplomatic peace talk mission ideas. And the I can't England. And the party picked them up, and they started making their way across the country to get back to the capital with these Dragonborn in tow. And last session, you were attacked, were you not? Yes.
Indeed.
However,
I mean, if you want to call it that.
if we want to call it an attack, they basically looked at you, and Silk went nope into the bag with you. And then you found somewhere to camp out for the night. So I will, for now, put you back onto the main world map. That is the old map. That feels like the old map, doesn't it? Or is it? I don't know.
It has roads, so no.
It has roads, so no. Okay, fair enough. Let's turn the volume on that down ever so slightly. Okay. So, you were settling in for the night roughly here.
Mm-hmm.
Had you begun the long rest yet? I do not recall. Please ignore
Actually,
everything weird in the chat, because there's been stuff going on in here.
I believe we had to have, because you told us to level up and such.
You did, yes. You've leveled up and long rests have happened. Fantastic. Okay. Very well. Spoilers about the Wednesday campaign in the side for everybody. There you go. Right. So, in the morning, you get up. Kristen and Valren wake up with you. What is your plan?
How long of a travel time do we have toward a Cetisphere?
I'd say from where you are, it's probably from there. It's just over half a day to there.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
This is
the main-
open road from here to the kingdom, right?
We're not quite on the road. We're a little off the road.
Is there a lot of people on the road? Like, do we hear sounds of steady travel? It's a pretty common road.
So, when you last traveled down that main road, you did notice it was fairly heavily trafficked with merchants going to and from the capital.
What do you think the odds are that these assassins are going to attack us if we're in a giant group of normal people traveling to the capital?
Honestly, these people seem kind of crazy. I don't think they care.
Anything, there will be more targets.
Yes. And
I'm thinking if we could render our 2 delegates non-visible again, throw up our cloaks, jump in with a big group of these people, and then just blend in as we move into Cetasphere. Make sure that there are as many eyes and witnesses on us as possible. The covert of the covert won't attack, and the openly crazy we seem to have been able to handle so far. If anyone doesn't want to tip their hand, they're not going to do so in front of a giant crowd of people on the main thoroughfare. At this point, I think stealth is giving them more opportunities to attack from here to there than out in the open wood. What say you?
I
only
would agree with this. I would say that it would definitely be good to have them invisible, because that would be the first thing to draw attention. It may be good to pass without trace as well, just to better blend in with crowds once we are close to the city.
Western nods. For everybody present, by the way, our player who plays Westra Tallstag is not currently feeling well, so she's not here, so she is being botted today. But yeah, she nods. She concurs.
the only concern I
Silk.
would have is putting innocent civilians in the path of this battle. If you come
I fear
across
they may be
somebody-
at risk no matter what.
Yeah, at this point, I don't know if we can really do much to avoid anything. We have a destination to reach.
It's half a day and basically virtually a straight line that direction. I mean, we would have to go completely out of our way to provide a thing where the main thoroughfare wouldn't be under risk. That's why I say we just mingle with the crowd, cast Pass Without Trace. I'm sure within an urban environment, that just gives us some sort of blending ability. We got our +10s. I say that's what we do, and then we just make it to Cetasphere.
This does not seem like a terrible idea. I'm open to it.
Well, then I think we should get moving. I believe we just best keep our eyes open as often as possible, as wide as possible.
Yes.
Exactly right. Ask the the Dragonborn delegates if they concur with our plan as well. So you, Kristen.
Well, you know, I'm not incredibly comfortable, but you have asked that we trust you, so very well. Valrin says nothing. He looks very tight-lipped and concerned.
One way or another, our fates are tied with yours. It befits us all and benefits us all to get you to the capital without further combat or discourse or trouble. If you die, we will die by your side, whatever little comfort that may provide. Our fate or yours. All right, I am going to cast invisibility twice, render both of these individuals invisible.
Okay.
Invisible. I don't think you can plural.
Okay.
There we go. And I say we wait to see a good little group coming by, and we just kind of fall in behind them.
Sounds good to me.
Just
So,
get our
are you
traps.
all trying to move
And then
towards the capital as stealthily as possible?
It's
yes, but stealthy isn't.
I think we're
it's
trying
We're
to
trying to blend in.
stealth, not don't be seen stealth.
Okay. Blended cells. Okay, that's fine. Bear with me while I just look at some numbers.
I mean, I think it still counts as a stealth check or whatever. But we'd also have
You got
Wester cast pass without
yeah,
trace.
You've got pass without a trace on. That is the wrong character sheet.
Yeah, I would say the only ones really trying to be super hidden are the two Dragonborn.
Yeah. And of course, they would also be covered by the pass without trace and invisible. You see them, I'm impressed. I'm terrified, but I'm impressed.
Okay. Okay, you guys make your way down the road. Do you join up with the actual road?
Yeah, that's
See
probably the idea
anybody
because we're trying to
traveling?
join in.
Okay. It's fine. You make your way towards the road.
Especially if we see anybody with a wagon. Anybody with a wagon with goods.
Okay. You make your way
Sorry.
towards the road for the third time. And, you can see around this time, by the time you guys have got up, had this discussion, had breakfast, all the rest of that, it's probably, you know, about 8 or 9 a.m. You draw close to the road. It's not super busy just yet, but it is starting to pick up a little. You can see people slowly making their way both to and from Sedisvir, between Sedisvir and Leoden. I did not mean to leave. Oh no, okay, that's fine. Shh.
I'd like to think that I'd be on pretty high alert,
Mm-hmm.
trying to look out for anybody who looks suspicious. Or anybody off the roads.
Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Okay.
$21.
21.
Contest that. Bear with me. Way too many tokens and stuff. I can suddenly not find anybody. It's great. There we go. Okay. You join the road. You're making your way along, trying to blend in as much as possible. However, one of your party members is not as is not as light on their feet as others. As Mr. Goat marches up the road, ever so slightly, you notice even under the cloak that he's wearing to try and conceal his armor, the glints of the armor come off. It makes noise as he walks. He's a fairly recognizable, distinguishable gentleman.
We notice this?
Well, as you notice this, Silk, you notice descending from the sky some kind of awful creature. It looks dragonoid, but smaller, grosser, which is a technical term. If I could, hold on. Show you this.
Ah! What is that thing?
Yeah. What the fuck?
And then you see
Has it seen us?
it has seen you. It's currently flying. That's right, I know it's 40 foot up. It's about 40 foot above you and 50 feet ahead of you, coming over the river. I will put you on this map.
I'm going to,
How long have we been traveling on the road?
yeah, how close are we?
You've probably been traveling 2-3 hours.
Should probably have like another 4 or 5 hours left.
No, you said that this thing spotted us.
Yep.
And it's descending. Is it descending at us?
Mm-hmm. So, go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Fuck.
Turn my public rolls back on. Sorry. It's fine because your DM does not roll well at all. So.
Finally, not a 1.
Now, I will say, the only person it did see was Mr. Go. Therefore, the rest of you, before I begin combat, may take a surprise round in this.
Surprise round.
Well, at least Silk, I'm assuming you showed the others that this was coming.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been immediate.
Okay. Oh, in which case,
Okay.
then, while we're at it, no, Mr. Go can be included in this as well.
Yeah.
And I forgot to add Westra to the turn order as well. Which she doesn't want me to do, really, because I don't roll that badly. Okay, it's fine. Okay, so Mr. Go, as Silk points to the sky and you see this thing 40 feet up, far coming towards you in particular, what do you do?
Word. Okay, I think that I would run enough diagonal to where I don't feel like I'm in any sort of line with my friends.
Okay.
Then Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
Oof.
Where did
That-
land on? Damn.
Damn. Yeah, that unfortunately does not hit.
Makes sense. Where's my tracker? I don't. I don't see an end turn button, but that's all I would have this round.
Okay. So nothing else from you, Mr. Goat?
Correct.
Yeah, I know people can see that on the spectator panel too. I haven't brought it up on the spectator panel. I don't know why that's like that. I will try and fix that for next time. I'll keep the combat tracker off the spectator panel for now. I don't know why that's done that when every other name has changed. I think I might know what it is. It's the token settings. Doctor, what do you do? Now.
How far away is this guy? Let me measure. Can I reach out and touch somebody from here? This thing is awful looking. Probably immune to everything too. Freaking dragon.
Yeah.
But we're gonna find out. I am going to, from my position right here, I'm just gonna step out about 5 feet to the side. Oh, without clicking on the right thing here. 10 feet. And I am going to fire off a firebolt.
Nice.
Oh.
You need to stop typing your name. I said everybody can see that on the spectator panel.
It's supposed to be private. That's great. Cool.
Okay.
A hit.
Oh! Oh! First critical of the day. Thank you very much. That does indeed hit. Please roll crit damage.
My fire dragon. 20 of foul beast.
So, for a change, the doctor comes out. How do you cast Firebolt thematically?
So, I have a brand new giant leather contraption strapped to my arm with several glowing tubes on it. And I basically grab one, discharge it, and shoot flame directly from my wrist.
Yeah, you got him.
Taste my new invention.
You see this thing reel back as the flames consume it, and almost like this awful drool comes out of it and spit everywhere as it's my best pterodactyl impression. There you go.
You want to say? Do you want to try it?
No.
Make the roar.
Do the roar.
Do the roar.
Do the roar. Okay. Do you do anything else?
Nope, that's gonna be it. I will end my turn there.
Westra will probably step out to here. Fire off a couple of shots. Oh, she'll fire off. Hold on. No. How does that work? Okay. Yeah, so she'll... Before she does that, and misses, she does cast Hunter's Mark. I am blind. Why can I never see the condition for marked in the list? I'll look in a minute. That's fine. But she misses once, and then she will fire again.
I forgot to add Sir Pinch to the turn order.
Oh, okay. You can let me put him on the map for you. I forgot to put him on the map. Sir Pinch.
Yeah, because I only know how to do that through the token.
There you go.
Oh, perfect. Right underneath me.
This time she hits. Roll damage. Additional d6. So that's 14.
That was a good D6.
It was a good d6. Okay. And then Silk. What do you do?
Does tossing something to somebody count as an action?
Depends what it is, how far.
I mean, let's say it's, you know, less than 3 pounds and...
Oh, yeah. It's free action. Yeah.
Okay.
We're
Well, the
throwing
first
boulders.
thing... Okay, well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to haste the goat.
Haste the goat. Nice.
Yes.
We like to haste the goat.
He likes to move it, move it.
I like to
Just-
move it, move it.
Copyright.
I like to smite it.
Smite it!
Okay, does that actually apply to you? Did that ever do the thing? I did target you.
We know he knows what to do with the haste
Yeah,
normally.
yeah.
Yeah.
I figured. And then, I'm just gonna toss something as far as I can.
Okay.
I'm throwing Sir Pinch.
You're
At the
throwing
dragon.
a bitch. Okay. Go ahead and strength or athletics, I guess.
Okay.
See how far you can get him. Frail old man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make it very far. Let's see here.
I mean, he's only little, you know. He's only little.
Hey!
Oh, I thought that was
Not
gonna be
too
a
bad.
1 then. That's pretty good. So I say you've managed to throw him a solid 50 feet.
Sick. And I think,
Oh, hold on though. No. Okay. He lands. He lands.
Okay.
He lands.
And the other thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move 25 feet to stand next to this water.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn. I don't have an end turn button.
That's fine, because we're doing surprise round. These two will attempt to,
Oh, yes.
to move slightly away and scatter. And as this happens, as this, like, awful dragonoid-type creature descends, any people that were around are screaming and scattering as quick as they can. I cannot
Too bad there
roll
were no
it.
traveling adventurers on this road.
Yeah, except you guys, right?
Anyone that's running towards the crew, I'm just going to be screaming at them.
That was very loud.
Oh, that was so loud.
I know.
I'm just going to be screaming after them like, alert the town guard! The city is under attack! Dragons! Dragons! Dragons!
Very good.
Alright. Sir Pinch is... Oh wait, not Sir Pinch's turn yet. Not allowed to move.
Oh, we missed Sir Pinch's
Sir-
surprise round. Do Sir Pinch's
Yeah.
surprise round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants to do the Stevie Stabs.
Let him do the Stibby Steps.
Okay. He means I cannot move him.
It's okay. I will move him. You want to move him up?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's gonna do some Stevie Stabs.
You make it. Can he do the Stibby Steps?
Yeah, let me... I need equipment. Sword. Did that put it
Yeah,
in
it's
the
in the
chat?
I can see it.
Okay, attack.
Attack.
Normal roll. Come on.
Oh. Oh.
It's okay, Sir
Oh.
Pinch.
Sir Pinch.
I know you're
is-
just doing your best.
He slipped by the slippy riverbank. And he's now stuck on his back. Like a crab. He can make a dex check at the end of every one of his turns to see if he can right himself.
Okay, does he get one this turn?
Not this turn, no.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, I'd say he can make an acrobatics. At the end of each turn, he can make an acrobatics check, because that's his best stat, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
That was unfortunate.
Okay.
Poor Sir Pinch! For the chat, in case you don't know, look at how cute Sir Pinch is.
He's probably a little disoriented from my throw.
A little bit. Okay. At the top of the round, Mr. Goat, you have managed to get in position, and the dragon thing that's not a dragon is coming. But you have been hasted. You feel incensed.
How high is it? Is it still
He's currently
up?
40 foot up.
Does a flying dragon count as a surface?
No. It does not.
What? How does it not?
If your spell says creature, then yes. Surface, no.
Okay. I'm gonna try something that might be stupid.
Oh god.
I'm going to.
This is a good point. How did Sir Pinch make an attack if the dude was 40
I
foot
didn't.
up?
I didn't have any visual representation that he was still in the
Yeah,
air.
I
I didn't
I
realize he
forgot to
was in
say.
the air.
He's not incapacitated. He's fine. There you go.
So, in my approach, I would like to use mirthful leaps.
What are you doing? What?
jumping at him.
Jumping at him?
And I'm going to attempt to grapple him.
You make strength check, yes?
Yes.
You make strength save, yes?
That's a lot of strength. Come on, Mr. Goat. I know you can do this.
Mm. There we go. Wait, that should be with advantage, shouldn't it? Because I'm... No, that would be enlarged, not hasted. Yeah, I missed it.
That was a 1. That was 1. So you jump up 40 feet. You
I go
attempt to
back
make
down.
purchase on the creature. Remind me, how much is fall damage these days? Is it a d6 for every 10 feet?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so...
No, I don't think he's gonna take that. I'm gonna cast Featherfall.
Is that a reaction?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, I like it. I like it. He doesn't take that.
So,
So a
question.
D6 for 10 feet seems extreme.
Yeah, I don't think that's
I think that's
correct.
right.
I think it's after the first 10. I could be
So
wrong.
maybe 3d6.
How quick did he cast that on me?
Quick.
Am I in swinging range?
No. Not with a nat 1, you're not.
Fair enough.
You fall, and as you think you're about to hit the ground, suddenly, a nice, gentle descent.
And floating gingerly above the ground, I cast Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast, nice.
Damn it.
That misses, unfortunately.
And that would end my turn.
Doctor. The dragon is 40 foot up. Or the creature, rather. I mean, you can see what it is.
Well, I'd be lying if I... An abomination. That's what it is. Let's see. Well, he doesn't... It doesn't seem to be immune to fire. Yeah. So I'm just going to pull out the expended vial. Take a couple steps forward. Very bravely move up 5 feet.
Okay, you move up 5 feet.
Bravely.
Bravely.
There we go. Pull out the empty vial. Pull out another bright orange vial. Slap it in and fire off another firebolt.
Nice.
I will probably also perhaps let out a maniacal cry. Because
how does the
why
draconic
not?
cry sound?
Nope, this is not a draconic cry yet.
Oh.
I will do that imminently. I'm not close enough for it to matter to anybody. Let's see. There we go.
Ooh. That is unfortunate.
Oh! A giant spark comes out of it and it goes wide.
It goes wide.
My eyebrows!
Wide. Do kobolds have eyebrows?
Not anymore. I'll
Where
pat
did
the
they go?
flames out. And end my turn.
Wester's gonna step around. Bear in mind, I am simply botting her today, so nothing fancy.
I'm slightly uncomfortable at how fast that thing is taking damage.
Funnily enough, when I play as Westra, I roll well.
I see that.
That is a critical hit. That's 20
And-
points of damage from the ranger.
Damn!
An arrow goes straight into
Attack
the
one.
side of the abomination's head, almost under its eye socket. It's still up, but it is badly wounded at this point as she gears up to make her
Still
second
flying.
longbow attack. Still flying. Fucking hell, Westra. Jesus.
Yes! This one is deadly.
Why do I
Doesn't matter who's
why
playing
do
her.
I make these encounters? Silk. The
It's still
it is struggling to stay in the air at this point.
it's still 40 feet above the air.
Yeah. Well, I'd say it's dropped 10 feet.
It's only 30 feet above
Only
the air.
30 feet above the air as it struggles to stay. Have any altitude.
I'm gonna cast sleep on the.
Well,
Go to sleep, little dragon.
place a measure template, please.
I think I can put one right here and it won't touch anybody.
Okay.
Well, if it's in the air, it probably shouldn't touch anybody. What's the radius?
It's like only. What is the radius?
That is a 15, 20
Oh my
foot
gosh.
radius. 20 foot sphere.
Yeah, 20-foot radius. So if it's targeting him, it can't even hit anybody.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And then you roll damage, I guess, and if it makes up 2 points of damage, the thing's asleep. I think. Yeah. Yeah, it's asleep. Hold on. Do. Where it's sleeping.
Sleep.
What is fall damage again?
And it does
What'd you
fall
say?
down.
D6
and it
per.
fall damage. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it falls asleep midair. I'm saying after the first 10 feet, so it's 2d6.
All dead weight. Literally.
Okay. As it hits the ground, it obviously wakes up at the last minute as it takes damage when it hits the ground. It gives out a loud, screaming death rattle. And emerging from the river, 2 more creatures. However, it is still your turn, Silk, and they don't get to go until the start of the next round. So,
Okay, so I have one action before they actually go, but not this turn, I don't believe.
you
I don't have
don't sleep
anything.
as your action. Have you got any bonus actions?
I have a thing up my sleeve, but I don't think it's time to use it. So that'll be my turn.
What does Sir Finch do?
Well, he's gonna go after the first one. Okay. Once I grab the move tool, not the measuring tool. Yes. It's time for a stabby stab. I just need to open a bunch of menus. I probably should have targeted him.
That's fine. He hits. Roll damage.
Okay. Five.
5. And what save is it that has to be made here?
It's a dexterity save, I
Okay.
believe. Let me double check his. Actually, it's in a different spot now. Features. There we go.
Yeah.
Yes, and it needs to beat a 12, so not that high.
Saving throw with disadvantage because it's trying to climb out of the river right now. Fails. Attack again.
Sick. Let me just do some of this. Damn.
Okay. Okay. This time.
Oh,
This time
poor Sir Pinch.
he falls in the river.
It's okay.
He's aquatic. He'll be.
He's aquatic. He'll be fine, but he falls in. Okay. And he doesn't take damage because he hits water. It's fine. Okay.
Okay, that's his turn.
Nice. Kristen Dryax is feeling smug today, apparently.
Smoke.
But she's gonna go hang out with Velrin. That doesn't get to go yet. Velrin, doesn't he move? Top of the round, Mr. Goat. The massive dragonoid abomination has collapsed at your feet. There's been nastiness just squelched out underneath your boots. Some of it on top of your boots. Some of it on your nice shiny armor. Some of it on your horns. But as you look around towards the river, you see these humanoid creatures with misshapen, scaly limbs climbing out of the river. Do we want a better look at those, by the way? For flavor. Your character artwork, show plays.
Interesting.
Dude needs a makeover.
If he fell in the water, would I still see Sir Pinch?
From where you are, you can't quite see Sir Pinch from where you are.
I'm gonna attack it. I'm gonna charge at that one.
Damn it. I'm so sorry about that guy.
Bella? That
I am not
hits.
rolling well today.
No, that hits though. Go ahead and roll damage. Okay.
With an extra attack.
You strike into the awfully scaled arm of this creature as it tries to drag itself over the bank, making purchase on it, but it's still pretty well put together as it comes climbing out. So make your next of many attacks.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what you're talking about. Go ahead and roll damage for
Nice.
that one.
Yeah. No.
Oh.
That just means we gotta put a little juice on that one.
Put a little juice on that. Okay.
That's a little bit better.
You make that one
And then-
spicier with the divineness. Yep.
I look at his friend.
Oh.
Cast Eldritch, which I just realized I should be rolling two attacks for every time.
Yes, because you have a new invocation, yes?
No, because by character level.
Ah,
It just levels up at level 5.
that one hits.
Yeah.
Damn.
Take the second.
That one, not so much.
Indeed. And that is the end of my turn.
Beautiful, beautiful. Doctor.
Right, first thing we're gonna do, we're just gonna get a little bit closer to these mothers. Let's see.
Okay, so
All right.
from where you
I'm gonna
are,
use-
Doctor, I would say they have partial cover because of how they're coming up from the bank.
Sure, that makes sense.
Okay, so if you roll any kind of attack, you do so with disadvantage. Because you can't quite
Oh,
see them
that's
all.
fine.
You can see nasty arms coming up.
All right, so how much does Mr. Pinch weigh?
Fuck all. Have you ever held a crab? He weighs that much.
The crab? How much does a... Yeah, I've had crab before.
2-3
Okay,
pounds.
cool.
Yeah. It's tiny.
How much is his plate armor?
Oh, true. He's like, oh. Okay.
It's like a millimeter thick.
Okay, so
Yeah, it's
bear
not
in
gonna
mind-
be. It's
Wait,
gonna
wait.
maybe make him 4 pounds.
I mean, he's
That's my guess.
carrying 2.5 pounds, so he's probably 4 or 5 pounds in total, you know. It's not very heavy. Again, bear in mind though, you can't, from where you are, you can't actually see Sir Pinch. Because he's in the river.
Good news. I don't have to see him to cast this. He just has to be within 60 feet of me. I'm going to cast Catapult
Oh.
on the crab,
Oh.
and I'm going to catapult the crab into this face right here. The second, the person that's a little away from us.
The further away guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so he needs to make a dex save.
The surly one.
The surly one. Yeah. He's going to be more surly. He can get face full of crab.
It's a 9, so he fails.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Roll damage.
Does anything happen to the crab with it being a creature?
16 damage.
Does
No,
crab
check. It
also
does not
take
hurt.
16 damage?
The crab shouldn't take 16 points of damage because it doesn't damage the object in the spell's description.
I mean, the thing is, he's not an object, he's a creature.
Right, but it doesn't say the object shatters or... Like, I could technically, by this definition, do something with glass. It doesn't necessarily mean it's destroyed. Makes sense.
To be fair,
He's
I'd say
athletic,
a
right?
creature that wouldn't get damaged by this is probably one with an exoskeleton.
But
Yeah,
armored
an
exoskeleton.
covered in armor, double armored.
armor and an exoskeleton. Yeah, we'll say he's fine. So he
I
gets
would
one-
say him.
I will have him make Silk. Can you have Sir Pinch make a dex saving throw just to see where he lands?
Yeah.
Okay, Sir Pinch comes flying
Where the fuck
through
you
the
want?
air, and
Charging
manages to hold
like a valiant
on
warrior.
to this creature's head.
Yes.
As he hits and connects, he takes his pincers and pinces the ear of this creature. Sword in the other hand. Okay, Doctor, do you have anything else for us?
I do. I am going to move 5 feet. Well, that's 10 feet. I'm going to move 5 feet. I'm going to use Boots of the Winding Path. Get me about here. And Draconic Cry!
How does that go? That came through so weak.
It was weak. Ah, I'm cold. Like, he's only 2 feet tall, guys. Like, it's not going to have a lot. It's not Dragon's Roar, it's Cry.
Slush sits in judgment of you. For this.
At least you'll get viewers who will love to come and watch and just mock me.
Mm-hmm. Okay, anything else?
Let's make sure everybody who attacks has advantage. And that will be the end of my turn.
Westra can't see these creatures so well because of the partial cover that they have. So she's going to come over here, and she will attempt to make a couple of attacks at this one down here. Nope. Yep. Shook into the shoulder of that one as it attempts to climb over. And Silk, it is your turn again.
Hmm. I'm gonna try something. Basically, all of the footholds around the edge of that river for, let's see here. For the surly dragon flesh grafter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna smooth that out with shape water.
Okay.
Basically, make kind of a really slippery slope
Okay.
out of ice.
Okay.
Yeah. And put that, basically anywhere where you could really actually get a grip on the bank is now just perfectly smooth ice.
Okay.
And,
Okay. You do that.
okay.
He slides down 10 feet to the bottom.
Perfect. And, I think I'm gonna stay right here and end my turn.
Okay, very nice. You will have noticed something about these creatures. I will show you the image again. Not only does it have a club filled with nails, but the other hand has claws. The dragon flesh grafter, using its claws and nails in hammer, smashes into the ice.
Okay.
Climb.
Okay.
I will say doing so only just gets him out.
Okay.
Where are you supposed to be? Why are you not in the square? There you go.
Sir Pinch still attached to his ear.
Sir Pinch is still on him, yes.
Okay. I love how it's just him replacing the head.
Okay. Unfortunately, Doctor, you are the first thing this creature comes in contact with upon climbing out.
As a precursory note, I want you to note that before we entered this battle, as marked on my sheet, I have equipped my repulsor shield.
Also shield. Okay, very good.
Come on, get closer, fuck.
As it comes out, it retches at you.
Oh dear God.
And belches out a lot of bile. I need to put a template down. Where are the templates? I require a cone. It's going to do it in that direction. Catching Mr. Goat as well. Everybody in that cone, please make a dexterity saving throw.
Isn't that right there telling us that it's not hitting goat?
No, he's in the cone.
Okay.
So please make a dex saving throw.
Mr. Goat to do that with advantage.
Again.
Rough.
Doctor, you being point blank at this, take 17 points of acid damage. Mr. Goat, you managed to get out of the way of most of it, however, you do still take 8 points of acid damage.
There we go.
And that is all he has. Sir Pinch, who is hanging on for life and is now hidden behind this creature. Annoyingly. Hold on. Oh.
17, right?
17, yeah. What am I doing?
Oh.
There you go. He's on him.
He is going to attack.
Okay.
Come on now. Ah.
Unfortunate. As he's holding on with one pincer and he has his little sword in the other, he's struggling to quite get the angle and doesn't quite make it.
The fact with something with pinchers can make clear sword fighting in general. We need to give him a break, you know?
Did you give him some
Pretty sure if he's effective,
sharpened gauntlets?
Yeah. Oh my God, yes. I will work on those immediately.
Anything else from Sir Pinch?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Kristen's just gonna stay there because she thinks she's seen you do this before. You got this.
That's why she's smug.
That's why she's smug. However, this one climbs out. And is going to... that's not worth it. Okay. First, with a swipe of its claw towards you, Mr. Goat. Does 24 hit you?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. That is 11 points of damage. Then it will take its club filled with rusty nails. But you're ready for that one. I managed to avert its connection. Belrin, seeing that these two have both gone out the river, will actually come forward.
About time, Velrin.
With the sword out, will dash in. Which brings us back round to Mr. Goat.
Well, I think we both know I need to finish this guy right now.
That is a critical hit. Roll,
There we go.
roll damage. Okay, the goat is back. He's 13. Nice.
I'll put a little bit of love on that one.
A little bit of love.
A little bit of love.
Oh! Oh my! That's damage.
Yeah, a little bit of love.
Okay. So after this thing hit you, you took that personally? Yeah?
Well, that then also Scaleface isn't allowed to take my kill.
Ah, Scaleface isn't allowed to take a kill. Okay.
Galeface? That is racist, sir.
You
Specious.
said it last
Whatever.
week.
With focusing on your divine energy, you bring down your longsword and behead this creature.
Yes.
Okay.
And with that, I immediately charge at the other one to take another swing.
On the run!
That's around. That hits. Roll damage.
Yeah.
8. Oh god, he's doing it again. Oh my! Oh, okay, so how does this end?
I'm just gonna cleave this one straight
Badly.
down. I took off the other one's head. Now I'm gonna split this one in two.
With such precision that you miss a pinch as well. And with that, I guess we will once again leave initiative.
And I look back at Valrin. You alright? You good?
Didn't get too much blood on you, did you, Velrin?
You guys appeared to have it in hand.
Yeah, we'll see.
I must say,
Still got a couple hours to go.
I must say, I do question as to why we're continuing to set us veer and not getting back on the boat. That's twice now we've been attacked.
Let me ask
It's
you something,
twice now
Velrin.
that you made it out perfectly fine.
Yes, apparently so.
Is there a boat waiting for you?
I believe our boat
Valrin?
is still... Our ship that we arrived on is still at the harbour.
I'll tell you what. when the actual member of the royal family, not the one who married in, says something, we'll go back. Till then, onward to Setosphere.
You will not speak to my husband
Kristen?
like that.
It's been a long day, and I beg your patience, but I am tired of arguing. Choose your path. We will take it.
But I would like to throw out there that the peace talks are less than a few hours this direction, which is now a clear path.
Yes, and what if those peace talks aren't actually peace talks?
Well then, we will have a bit of work ahead of us to get you out of the city just as safely.
I'm sorry, did you not know this was going to be risky?
I knew
Was
it was
peace
going to be
not
risky, but
worth the risk?
Tell me, small kobold, how often have you seen creatures like that in your land?
Absolutely never.
Precisely. Why do you see them now when you have us with you?
It seems
Because they want to
me-
stop the peace talks.
Who wants to stop the peace talks?
I don't know,
If
but
I
we'd like
knew
to figure it out too.
You know what? What say you, Princess? All you have to do is let us know. You want to flee this land right now? I guess we'll flee this land, but you better give us safe harbor in Woorath because we will become enemies of the state by doing so. Otherwise, onward to Setosphere. We were hired to help you. It is now our personal pledge to try to keep you alive. But we are ultimately here to serve a peace mission. Now, at 75% of the journey after fighting all these perils and surmounting all these odds, your noble husband keeps telling me to go back to the boat. I need a decision, not arguments.
If this
What's
is
the plan?
work of the council, would you side with us and attempt to protect us? I could make sure the country of Woorath pays you handsomely for this.
I don't care about pay. I don't know about the others, but I can tell you this. If the council is against this, and the council is the one that sent us to get you, I do not wish to side with the council under any circumstance. It is an ethical question. So it is wrong that they would do that to you. So I would side with you regardless of any tantalizing reward you give us. However, I would like to live out my days and not be hunted. So if you could promise us a place in Woorath, I'm in.
And what say
I
you?
back him up by saying it would only be just, and I kind of set down my shield with the symbols of the scales of justice on.
Mm-hmm. And what say you, wizened Tabaxi?
It seems to me that we have enemies that are sending a message and telling you not to go through with this. Do you make it a habit to listen to your enemies?
Not usually. No. I must say,
I
my
think
father
this
would be
simply
very
tells us-
disappointed if I came back empty-handed. So,
I
I'd be
walk
more
over to this
disappointed
thing
if-
and start cutting off its head so we have proof of it.
okay, you go ahead and add a dragon flesh abomination head to your inventory.
If I take a couple of seconds, do I notice anything on these people? On these grafters? Of any use? Any
You
magical
notice-
items? Anything useless?
Yeah, they don't. All they really had was their clubs.
Okay.
They don't seem to have anything on them, especially due to the mindless nature they attacked. They were clearly sent in a direction. You get
Okay.
the feeling, and they'll get them.
What about the dragon? Anything weird about it?
Again, so
Yeah.
make a nature check or investigation, whatever's better.
Okay. They're both the same. Yeah, 12. Better than average.
Examining what's left of the dragon-like creature, it almost looks like it grew from the more humanoid-looking creatures.
Interesting.
It is a
I'll relay
leveled up
this to
version of
everyone.
those.
Dear
It
God,
does
if
not
that's a
look like
level
what
up,
we
they can keep it.
what we killed does not seem to be a dragon at all. It simply looks like one.
I believe I'm using a medical term here when I say that's gross. The gross way to live.
So I heard about a bunch of people turning into a bunch of stuff with weird spells and this and that. This one I don't know.
Kristen will pipe up and say, "We've seen this before."
So, wait a minute. If you've seen this before, why are you asking us why it's here now?
It's not something we've seen in recent times, but we know of... There are those who become so engrossed with the favor of a dragon that they work very hard to please that dragon and then become like it. Some of them going insane and seeing what you saw there.
By gruesomely grafting its flesh to them? Dear Lord.
It's a disgusting
You know,
practice,
this just
really.
reminds...
It's outlawed in my country.
You might want to
just
work on
reminds
some stronger poisons.
Indeed. This just reminds you to be comfortable in your own skin. You know? Be you. Be the best you. Don't graft pieces of somebody else onto you. That's right, audience at home. You be you. Love yourself first, and love for everything else becomes possible.
Be your best self, slay, queen, slay.
And then the doctor licks his eyeballs.
Yeah.
And then he licks his eyeballs, yes. All right. I suggest we get this journey over with quickly.
Move on.
Whatever's ahead of us, let's go face it.
Okay.
You're still wearing Talarian Guard armor? We're only like, what, an hour or two away or what? Because you said it was half a day earlier and we traveled 2.5, 3 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been kind of booking it. We should be here pretty early.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which,
Let's roll.
hoping this actually keeps us, if anybody had any plans for when we arrived, we were hopefully early on those plans.
As our usual MO states.
It
Show
took
up
you-
before you expect us.
It took you 12 seconds to do. Okay.
All right.
So,
Okay.
you guys set off, booking it for the capital. You do see some of the locals that had scattered previously, waiting further up the path, asking you like, "Is it gone? Is it gone? Is it gone? What the fuck was that?
We don't know, but we killed it and we took its head.
Wait, are those Dragonborn?"
No, it was an illusion by the dragon. Let's go. Rush past them all. Past.
Okay.
You look like Dragonborn to us. Are you Dragonborn? It's weird. Damn sorcery. Let's go.
You've never seen a tall kobold before?
These are my parents, and I will not have them insulted. They're kobold. Can't you tell the difference? Or do you think all lizard people look alike?
Okay. capital, which I have a map for, a picture of anyway. And yeah, you make it there at some, let's say, the equivalent of 2 in the afternoon. You come through the gates.
Two Dragonborn are still hooded, correct? They're not, you know, just
I would assume they put
flaunting
their hoods
themselves.
up. Yeah, they've been attacked
Yeah.
twice. They put their hoods up. Okay.
Yeah.
I would also like to recommend that before we go into the actual city that we do pass without trace again.
Again? Okay.
This would be
You
good.
think that's best?
I think just for them blending in,
If we can get our way all the way to the destination without any troubles,
Good idea.
and we can work from there.
I have to make separate folders. I keep clicking on all the wrong character sheets.
I want,
Bear
I
in
want
mind,
to
I
caution
see
everyone.
everybody's character sheets, including the other groups.
I want to caution everyone. We may have some trustworthy faces tell us that they have everything taken care of, and we should leave the Dragonborn to them. I do not think we should do this, no matter how much we trust them.
I agree. We stay with them, period.
You
guys
propose a
make
new
your-
contract.
Okay. You guys make your way through the city, doing your best to move quickly and as quietly as possible. Occasionally, the odd person will double take at the hooded creatures that you have in tow, because it's very difficult to hide a bright gold dragonborn. And, you know, occasionally someone will spit at the group as you head up the hill. You do, in fact, make it to the gates of the High Britannia, where your favorite centaurs are on guard.
I walk up to them. Hey, you want to see something cool? And I hold up the head.
Wedge freaks out. Biggs, where the fuck is that? It's a fucking lizard that brought a lizard back. What the fuck? Wait. And he looks around you.
Hold up the royal writ. Don't fuck with us. They are here on official business, and it has been a long journey. Notify your lord immediately.
Biggs looks
Send
at
them
Wedge and
ahead,
says,
so we
"Open
don't
the
have to
gate."
wait.
Biggs looks at Wedge and says, open a gate. Wedge opens the gate. And Biggs rushes off inside ahead of you as you guys follow. For brevity's sake, you guys go in through the double doors into the lobby that you guys have been in before, and then make your way into the throne room. Oh, I have better music for that. Goodness. There we go. It's very loud.
It may seem like we made it, but we should stay on high alert.
As you walk in,
The
there's
mission
some-
is not complete until the Dragonborn return.
As you walk in, there are a few guards in there, but no sign of Ivir, Lethos, or the Primarch at this stage. As you guys approach the throne area, what are you guys doing?
I'm just on high alert.
Ivir is the first to
No one.
enter.
Read us.
Strategos Ivir enters the room rather hurriedly, fixing his vestments and stuff. He goes, "Oh, you guys are back quick.
best way to travel.
Your Royal Highness Kristen Dryax, welcome to our capital. And Kristen will say, yes, quite. Where is the Primarch? This is, he's just being informed of your arrival. Can I perhaps show you to some rooms? It's been a long journey.
One room. We'll all room together. If that is the princess's wish.
Kristen then nods. There's no,
Yes.
These young mercenaries will remain with us. Thank you very much. And then Evir will panically snap his fingers at some guards to take you to very much the same room you guys were holed up in before your arena fight last time.
Oh, good. At least we know the battleground. Although I'm
going to
I'm a little upset that the royalty got sent here.
I'm gonna whisper to everyone telepathically. Everyone within group. What do you think he's so nervous about? Do you think we can
Didn't
trust him?
expect us to.
That is the biggest question.
I can't.
I can simply take a nod. Yes or no. With that in mind, would I be able to insight anything about this guy? In how he's acting?
You can make an insight check against Evir.
Basically want to figure out if he's lying about something, nervous about us, or nervous about somebody else.
All of the above, in my opinion.
So the 17.
And I'm kind of passively trying to ask everyone else to also get an opinion.
Okay.
And basically, non-verbally, this guy seems like he's nervous about us or nervous about somebody else.
Okay, with the 17, you do glean that his surprise that you are back as quickly as you are is genuine. He didn't think you'd be
Okay.
back this soon. He'd also, received no intelligence as to where you were, by the sounds of that.
Mhm.
So he really had no idea you would be back. And also, he seems confused that nobody else had any idea either.
Interesting. Okay. So he almost expects that somebody else should have known, and they didn't.
Yeah, because we put them down.
We put them all down within 12 seconds of them arriving.
Okay.
Sir, we lost them on the radar? What?
Oh, no, I mean before we picked up our friends.
I think I won't take any actions then. We'll move on to,
So as you
unless
guys-
anybody else had anything.
Anybody else have anything?
No.
No? So as you guys are shown to this room that you've stayed in before, Kristen and Velrin moved to freshening themselves up a bit. It's been a long few days for them, and they are nobility. So they set about freshening themselves up. Some time goes past, more than you think should. An hour, more than an hour passes. Kristen comes to you. Do you know what the holdup is? Do they normally take this long to address their diplomats?
No,
Well-
something's wrong.
I personally think that as you know, we have encountered a few difficulties on the way. I believe that not only did they intend it for us to take longer to get here, to some degree, I honestly believe that Norin, the Primarch, is obviously he has a lot to be busy for, but I don't think that he's all very informed on at least our travels.
While we should be on high alert, we should also understand a certain amount of patience. We did show up very early.
Let me
Probably
just
not
clarify.
prepared for our arrival.
Let me just clarify. I believe we took out some of the eyes that would be telling them that we were about to arrive.
In which case,
For
I'm
your
I'm gonna peek out
safety.
the door.
gonna peek out the door.
Yeah, like honestly, the doctor would be the person that sits in the waiting room and irritatedly several times opens the door and looks out.
You look out the door and you see there's a few guards in the corridor. But other than that, things seem pretty quiet. Very similar.
Oh
to
yeah,
the last
during
time
our
we were
wait, inside this room, I'm putting up a Leomund's tiny hut.
there. Inside the room.
I mean, we don't really think
Yes,
about it, but Leomund's
impenetrable
tiny hut
barrier.
is an impenetrable barrier
Oh, I see.
that you
They
can see
cannot
out
go
of.
in.
The players have trust issues. Okay. You're back in high society, guys. Chill. Take a load off, you know?
Mm-mm.
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 Somehow I think we were more comfortable out there in the woods.
I was for damn sure.
I mean, yes, someone comes sprinting at you, you go, oh, kill them. They're here to kill us. Someone out here could sprint at you and maybe they're a friend, maybe they're a foe. You
Oh,
cannot
for me,
stab
I'm just
people willy-nilly.
Well, I don't have a weapon in my hand at no point through this. Like once we got to the palace, I'd take off my cloak. And when I took off my cloak, I'm holding my shield. And I've been holding my shield this entire fucking time. That's how not trusting this I am right now.
Yeah, I figure if we're sitting inside of a room like this and not moving around, I may as well put up an impenetrable barrier whose only disadvantage is it disappears if I leave it.
Sure.
Or is it I get more than 20 feet away from it or something like that? I think that's basically it.
Okay. As more time goes by, you occasionally check out the door. On one of the occasions you don't check, you hear a knock at the door. Familiar voice of Your Imperial Highness, Kristen Dryax, may I come in? This is the voice of Secretary Lethos.
I get up.
We're all going to look at. Go.
Yeah, I go answer the door.
Oh, Kyrios. Good to see you. Good to see you. How was
Same.
your journey?
We encountered a few issues, and I pull out the head.
Secretary Lethos. Does he have a Constitution score?
It just falls over.
He does. He vomits.
Yeah, that's how we felt, man.
This is awful. This is awful. May I enter?
You may.
Okay. He enters and makes a deep bow when he sees Kristen Dryax. It says, Your Imperial Highness, I forgive you. I ask your forgiveness that we were not ready to receive you. So apparently some intelligence got mixed up and we had no idea how close you were, or where you were for that matter. These guys did their job very well.
Yes.
Kristen says, and where is Primarch Norvin? In fact, that's why I'm here. He has invited everybody, including your friends, to dine with us in about half an hour. We're going to set out a banquet in the throne room, and we will welcome you properly this time to apologize and make amends for this poor reception you have received. Kristen says, very well.
As for our arrangement, I believe our contract is complete on that end.
Yes, how much gold did I say you owed?
A fortune.
This DM doesn't remember how much gold you
How much did the village give us?
Like,
50,000 was the village gave us 50,000.
15.
So imagine that, just scale it up to empire level. Well, that was tiny Tabaxi village with the trees. So how much does the empire proportionately? I'd say a cool mill, right?
oh my god.
Cool mill.
We're gonna need some wagons.
Listen, don't.
50K each, I think.
Don't do
Maybe
that.
was that it? 500K each.
There's some
Couldn't
things
remember
that
if
I
it was
can
50
do
or
with about
500.
16 million gold. So don't get me close to that number.
Okay, so 1 gold piece is £1. 50K each. That's 50,000. There you go.
Okay. Says yes, we will
Anybody
we will
just-
get your money organized and we'll present it to you at the banquet.
But you do agree that our initial contract has been completed? Satisfactory?
You have collected the diplomats and returned with them both alive.
Good. Then we would like to introduce you as their royal guard. We have started a new contract, and we are now charged with their safety and life by them.
I see. I will need those royal writs back. Thank you, Silk. Thank you, Curios. Thank you, Westra. Doctor.
Give Doctor a little nudge and like a little telepathic whisper. We've seen those things long enough. We can forge them if we need to.
That's correct.
Thank you very much. Your service will be not forgotten. As I say, we will make sure you are compensated at this evening's banquet.
And we are still the champions of Talaria, are we
Of
not?
course, you are the champions of Talaria.
Thank you, Senator.
Well, we were a
Lethos.
little
We
bit
really-
confused on that, and I hand him the writs from Vianor and Dahlia.
Yeah, here's our replacements, royal writs as well.
How do you have these?
They
tried to kill
attacked us
They attacked you.
and tried to kill us, take our place.
What?
Yes, Senator Lethos. We've been betrayed like
Secretary.
16 times. We have fought.
Secretary.
Secretary.
Lethos, not senator.
Sorry.
No, not that high.
Secretary Lethos. Chancellor. Yes, Secretary Lethos. We have gone through a monumental amount of deception, betrayal, murder, assassination attempts, a giant abomination, which you so lovingly spilled your royal dinner on the floor over. It's been a rough one.
very interesting. You'll have to
Our
regale us
duty.
with the whole tale at the banquet.
Not much to say. We did our duty to the kingdom.
Would love to know what went on. I mean, you got that ghastly thing off a creature. Kilio
Yes.
showed it to me.
You did not hear of this creature's existence? It seems odd to me because we were attacked only an hour from the city gates by this thing flying in the air. No one alerted the town guard or the royal palace that gates.
I mean, you did get here rather swiftly, so it could be you made it here before. I don't know.
Well, I hope the kingdom
don't know
never
what to
gets
tell you,
attacked by
Doctor.
dragons.
I am as bewildered as you are by this.
Perception check. I want to see if I think he's
Insight
lying.
check.
Insight check, yes.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
You are rolling privately.
19,
Ooh, okay.
22.
Okay. Lethos is genuinely confused.
Okay, no, I know I would like to clarify something for the DM.
Yeah.
I am not checking to see if people are surprised by us or confused
What
by
are you
us.
checking for
That
exactly?
is all deceptive behavior, fear, slippery shadiness, perversion. I'm looking for what you can tell when I'm looking for signs that this motherfucker looks guilty. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. I'm looking for signs of guilt.
He does not look guilty.
And I lean in and I'm like, well, at least we have some of the right people asking questions.
I'd give a tiny nudge to the doctor and I go, I do not think
No,
they're trying to hide anything here. I think their wizards are just incompetent.
I'm going to actually visibly relax and I'm going to be like, Secretary, I believe you. But all is not what it seems. And there is forces here
I mean, it would appear not.
that are
no.
trying to oppose us.
Last we heard, you guys had picked up. The last comms I heard was Kristen and Velrin. You were safely with the mercenaries, the champions of Talaria. You were safely with them, and then nothing. So we assumed you were taking a winding path through somewhere that we did not know about, and that you would resurface somewhere.
Yeah.
But literally, I've heard nothing.
We were attacked openly
Oh.
multiple times.
You were attacked.
So I'm assuming the decoy party also never arrived.
The decoy party.
Yes, when we left
You know nothing?
the docks, I rode out with a separate group of decoys that carried on forward without me. If they did not arrive here, they were attacked as well.
Fortunately, we've seen no decoy party or anyone appears claiming to be a decoy for you.
They would have been Elmbrader's men.
No,
So-
I'm afraid not.
So I would send word aloft. I would send him word that some of his men are missing.
I will, straight away. Very well, I will see you all momentarily at the banquet. I will send some guards to come collect you when it is time. For now, relax, wash up. Particularly you four. And I will see you soon. Okay. And with that, we'll take an intermission. So. How's it going? Is your asshole a twitching? I don't know.
Maximum.
We're definitely
clench.
on alert.
Maximum
Yes.
high society now. It's fine. Lethos is cool.
Uh-huh. I'm sure.
Ivir is confused. Everyone's confused.
Yes.
I feel like
Sure.
Avir's confused why we showed up. But you know, that's
It
just
was
me.
Ivir that sent Vianor, Dahlia, and Bill Ross. And it would seem that the lines of communication back to the capital have been muddied.
Well, I mean, we murdered some, they murdered some.
It's been a lot of murder all around. If anybody's watching, feel free to say hi. I hope you're doing well.
Hello.
This is what improv looks like.
We have any people watching?
I don't know. I
Could
haven't
probably
looked.
bring up the stream.
Probably not. We ain't that famous yet.
Yeah. But I'd figure once people start watching, if we could read the chat, probably be helpful during the intermissions.
I mean, I can see the chat in OBS and stuff at the moment, but there's nothing in there. We do have one viewer in at the moment. But... Again, I feel like life will be much easier when I am an honest American. And I can stream at a normal fucking time. The majority of my audience is in the US, and here's me at fucking 10 PM in my time, when it's actually like people are still at work in your time. But luckily we have the YouTube, so that's okay. It's weird how the roles come through privately when he's tried to do it, but like any chat doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. He'd be there doxing himself. Yeah.
I noticed it did the same thing the one time that I tried to message you.
Yeah.
Like-
So I figured out what it was. I think I may have fixed it. Possibly. I just need to fix it for the doctor, I think. Let me double check. I'm in the wrong thing. Because I know what it was. It was the tokens themselves. Doctor. Prototype token. Update. And then yours was the other problem one as well, wasn't it? Kyrios starts with a K. Big brain. Mr. Goat, yeah, okay, that's fine. So yeah, next time we roll initiative, it should be fixed.
What should be fixed?
You shouldn't be doxed in the encounter combat tracker.
Gotcha.
I was going, I've changed the names everywhere else. Why is it still broken? Oh. I see what I did there. I see what I did.
Get some water.
Need some water? I do need a drink as well. I'm getting a bit dry. All this talking, too many NPCs all over the place. I miss when you just had two with you. Now you're in a whole place with a lot of NPCs. I'm like, I have to be 10 different people. Again, we've had weeks and weeks of me having to be like 2 people. And now I'm Western.
Yeah,
too.
I don't envy you. I don't even know how my brain would handle that.
It doesn't matter who you are. If you play Westra, you roll like a god. The only time I rolled well was when I rolled for Westra.
My rolls have been iffy today at best.
And yet. And yet. What was it? Like a big crit? Big crit. Big divine smite.
I gotta use them while they're there.
You gotta use them. Absolutely. I did not plan for you guys to be here at all. But here we are. And here they are.
This is awkward.
Yeah, you said something draconic flying in the sky, and I'm like, I don't know what's about to happen.
I did think it was fun that it was the dragon flesh abomination as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's not the abomination you're looking for. You don't want to find that abomination yet.
Yeah. I might need some prep time.
Little bit.
I mean, yeah, I need some prep time.
It's okay, I'm at this very moment, even as we speak, formulating the next stages. The next problem to solve. And we'll be fine. We'll be fine. And I'll forget to write all this down. And and one day I will build an encounter worthy of this party. One day.
You keep on saying that, but again, I think you're being too hard on yourself and realizing that like just because it doesn't seem close sometimes doesn't mean it didn't feel close sometimes.
An average of 2 rounds per encounter, yeah? Is that normal? Do you think? I think that's normal.
I mean, the thing is I can die in 1 turn.
The thing is, I don't like average encounters to take more than 5 rounds, because I feel like you as the player start to get bored at that point. You know, if it's not going anywhere. If there's no victory in sight after 5 rounds, it can. If it's not something massive and amazing like an ancient dragon or something, it's like, eh. No, because that's different. If it's something massive with a massive CR, it totally makes sense that that's going to take more than 5 rounds. They are 2 rounds? I've seen people at level 1 struggle with 5 goblins in 2 rounds. But you guys are on point. You guys are on point with the hasting and the doing of things.
To be fair, that's a lot of what it is that we've built up good strategies.
They should treat you as a 5-player party just for that instead of a 4-player.
Honestly, there's a lot of parties like ours that like I just start when I'm DMing, I just start introducing legendary actions here and there.
Yeah.
Because at some point, like that's really one of the solutions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because CR is not super reliable and all that type of shit.
Just doing a quick bit of thinking for this. Did I close? I'm silly. There you go. I always close things I don't mean to close. I'm a liability. Let's have a look.
Yeah, I closed like 30 D&D tabs last night. Trying to clean up my D&D page. Because I have multiple instances of Google Chrome open. One of them is dedicated to just D&D.
Yeah.
The 30 tabs I
Why does that
closed
not
was only
surprise me?
that was only 2/3 of all of the tabs. I still need the other ones. Quick reference.
See, there's a whole bunch of that type of stuff, but that's like why I want a journal on hand, nice and easy. But any of those
I
things
can't
that I
control
want,
find a journal.
that's
What I'd
fair.
really like is a high-tech journal where it's all paper and writing. It's all like intrinsically a journal, but it's storing everything you write in a text field that can then be searched through another
So
program.
that wouldn't be that hard to do because they already have like. I remember a few years ago when these were like fairly new. They
Mhm.
have basically the equivalent of a little camera sensor, like laser. I can't remember what they use. Probably all of them for different brands. But it basically tracks your movement on a surface, so you could easily set up something like that.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. Have like something like attached to the book. So it is a real book and you have something that can just like read what you're writing, but also pay attention to the page that it's on. So you could run a find function and then it would be like, oh yeah, that's page 15. And you could physically flip to it. Just some kind of weird merger so that we can get our meat computers to efficiently run programs.
It's gonna be fun.
Oh. It's too bad we don't get a long rest before that happens.
Yeah, change out some spells.
Yeah, I'd have some things set up. Cause I
Yeah,
have
that's the one thing that I didn't do over our level up and long rest. I didn't even think to.
I figure I'm not gonna try and stretch Glyph of Warding too far. But, you know, just a little bit. Like current plan is set up a Glyph of Warding on haste that activates under the condition that somebody says a specific string of numbers out loud.
Yeah. Something. Okay.
I do wonder how hard it would be to set up a Glyph of Warding for stone shape. I don't think that would work because I would need to set the shape at the time of the spell. So I couldn't really get it to do anything dynamic.
Yeah.
I'd have to have some shape that the shape is dynamically working for a task, but I couldn't change the shape based on the context.
Yeah, you just have to be specific with your
Mhm.
triggers to where, like, for instance, it made sure it did it on a big enough piece of rock.
Mm-hmm. But like, you couldn't like use it to wrap around someone's legs because that's a unique shape that you'd need to know at the
Right.
time of casting the spell. But you could potentially like build a cage around somebody, in which case it would fail if that person was bigger than the cage.
I was about to say something really ridiculous, but it's not. It wouldn't be within the rules. It was just going to be a smart ass comment.
Oh, I'm interested in hearing it anyways.
Okay, so you make a cage big enough for at least a large creature. That's the thing. And make the top of it not attached. So it makes the thing and then it starts dropping.
Yeah.
Totally not within the bounds of the spell.
Let me look at stone shape.
Not even one bit.
Let me look at it. Let me look at it.
Oh, it's not within the bounds of the spell. Not even one bit.
Well, why not? It
Well-
states, let me put this here. It does not at any point state that the thing that you make needs to be a continuous piece of material. In fact, it gives you information stating that it doesn't need to be. because it states that it can be a mechanical object. It simply can't be significantly more complex than a hinge. But you can
Gotcha.
make hinges with it, which
But
means you can make unattached pieces.
that wasn't even going to be my point of contention.
Okay.
My point of contention would be being able to shape enough mass to create a box that big is already a lot of
That would
material,
be the
let
problem.
alone a really heavy lid.
I can only affect a 5-foot cube, so I can only make a 5-foot cage,
Right.
essentially.
Right.
Yeah. Still, 5 feet will grab somebody, but not a large creature. Hmm. You know, now that I thought about it, a really, really great use of glyph of warding would be putting emergency tiny huts everywhere. Oh shit, we're being attacked. Tiny hut. I don't need 10 minutes. Tiny
Here's
hut.
one thing that I know for sure. If she ever gives us a time skip and just asks us what we've been doing in our free time, you are going to be a fucking trip.
Ask you out of session about that.
Yeah, don't give this old man free time. He'd be like, I learned so much. I never rest again, outside of the immediate efficient amount of rest I need to cast as many spells as possible. Yeah. Yeah.
She gives us a month break and then we see him again and he's a lich. It's like, okay, you guys got used to seeing a hairless cat. You ever seen a mummified cat?
I really wonder how hard it would be to start manufacturing the youth potions and make my character young again. And see like a total personality flip. As I suddenly, you know. I still have most of the wisdom, but like maybe I'm a little bit cockier than usual.
You wear your robes less. You're just walking around with a track body.
Considering he should be fairly healthy already, if he got younger, he would be a problem. I like to imagine in his prime, he was just, you know, like, rocking it. He's maintained his speed over the years, but he kind of got weaker from the age. He wasn't always that way.
Traded off some strength for some wisdom.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I completely forgot to say things. If it's too late, that's fine. But I was gonna exchange out Mage Hand for Firebolt.
You can go ahead and do that. You know how to do spell imports. It's the same plutonium import.
Yeah.
Do the
Yeah,
same
I
thing,
can
and then
remove a
just-
spell
yeah,
and I can
then
add
just
one.
Delete out Mage Hand instead.
Okay.
It's gonna have some firepower.
Just a little bit.
I mean, it was effective. I mean, I know the doctor switched over to that when he revised his cantrips, and it did serve him well today. It gave him some oomph.
He traded out a few of them, didn't he?
He traded. I think he revised a lot of his because he wasn't using them, so it made sense.
I actually kind of missed my very first character. I played as a Gith Zerai,
Mm.
and it was kind of fun flavor having an invisible. Flavor was invisible mage hand, but it was basically, you know, just active telekinesis,
Nice.
which one of the like weird homebrew items we ended up with is a weird fourth dimensional blade ball that's sharp in every direction.
Mm.
So you can't, you know, pick it up with your hands because you'll cut yourself. So I'd literally hold it with my invisible mage hand and just have it orbit my head.
Nice. So, some real world talk. You know,
Okay.
when I cancelled that Monday session last minute because my daughter got sick.
Yeah.
So my knee has been busted since then because I carried my daughter into the emergency room that night. And
Oh, no.
she's not light. She's 4 years old, yes, but if you consider that I'm 6 foot tall and her father is 6'2", you know, it's a large child. So my knee's been busted since then, and you know what would help with that? Some partnered process CBD balm. Is that what it's called? Am I getting it right?
CBD muscle relief rub.
Oh, muscle relief rub. Yeah, you look it up. You Google that partnered process. You click, 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 and then you get the rub. And apparently it's beautiful. Do you do international shipping? I will have to order some when I get paid in the March, so then I can do this. Just
I have some unlabeled ones that wouldn't be very helpful.
no, I need to buy a labeled one. Yeah.
Sometimes they get dense, and I'm like, okay, take that one home.
For anybody watching in the UK, obviously bear in mind partner process has stuff we're not allowed, but they have many CBD products that we are. Because CBD is legal here. I swear to God, it's just a tax collection effort that THC is illegal in the UK.
I was doing a little bit of research into it,
Mm.
and it seems like they have a very similar law to our federal law.
Mm.
The number is just different.
Yeah,
Basically, it's the same thing. Hemp is fine, CBD is fine. The THC is not fine unless it's below a percentage.
yeah.
The percentage here is 0.3%. I believe the percentage there is 0.2%.
Yeah, it has to be basically bugger all.
Yeah.
But saying that, like, if any of my fellow UK people watching this here or on YouTube have been caught by the popo with the substance, most of the time they'll just say, "Don't let me catch you with it again," and walk off because they can't be bothered with the paperwork. The only time you ever get in trouble for it, really, is if you have enough to supply.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. But there's a lot of states around here like that, and local jurisdictions and stuff like that. But well before it was legal, there was a whole bunch of them that was just like, we're not dealing with this. Just get out of here.
Yeah, I mean,
Pour it out, stomp on it.
you can walk around, you know, the middle of town and places like that, and you can smell someone walking by smoking it. That's how little people care.
Well, also, I would assume that if you're smoking hemp, it smells relatively similar.
I imagine it does if you are smoking that, but most of the time they're not. It's strong enough that you know it's not hemp.
But yeah,
Although,
there's
somewhere got busted near me recently. I think they had something like insane, like 243 plants. It's like, bruh, rookie error. That's too many. You're going to prison for a very long time. I will say publicly, I have never grown. Never ever, because I can't keep a house plant alive. Okay, just... I also don't personally get on with the Mary Jane so well, you know? I don't get on with it. Last time I attempted this, I just really wanted to be close to the floor, and then I vomited everywhere. That's what happened. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you know how much you took?
I don't know.
Because that experience sounds familiar.
I don't
But
know.
for me, the problem was a dosage
I had
problem.
I had adjoint.
That could be a lot.
It could be. And that's the thing,
So-
right? In the UK, because it's illegal, when you buy it, you don't know what you're buying.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
Well, I could probably break down some math for you. Best that I can tell, I don't know 100% how true this is for everybody, but if you have no tolerance, so you've never done anything.
I did have no... I mean, I had no tolerance at the time, because I think I hadn't done it in years.
If you haven't touched it, yeah, if you haven't touched it in even like a month, you almost have no tolerance. No tolerance for my body weight. No tolerance. I need like 4 milligrams to feel it. To feel it. To be able to tell. 5 milligrams, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's nice. But that's all it takes. No tolerance. All it takes like 5 milligrams.
Any more than that, and you do what we in the UK call whitening, because you turn white and you vomit.
So, yeah, I had an experience with a misformulation, let's say,
Yeah.
that had about 10 times that.
Oh.
And I was not prepared for that. And
I want those ones.
I managed to not throw up, but that was not something I'd want to go through again.
No. The being close
there's
to
actually
the floor thing resonated with you then, didn't it? Just that I just want to be on.
Well,
The bed. I was
let
literally
me-
on the floor next to my bed. I didn't want to be on the bed. The bed was too soft. It was gonna smother me. Okay. I was.
Okay, tell me if this sounds familiar to you. Because apparently this is actually a legitimate symptom of like THC toxicosis. It's a persistent feeling of falling backwards.
Yes.
As if you're going like, but just continuously. Over and over again.
Yep.
It's like, it's not quite dizzy, it's not quite vertigo, it's you're tipping backwards in your chair and you start to fall and rotate.
Which is why laying face down on the floor is perfect.
But yeah, essentially your tolerances go all over the place. So from what I can tell, most people's tolerances kind of cap out somewhere around like 200 to 300 milligrams. So if you're a regular consumer, that's roughly what you take to actually feel something per dose. So there's a vast difference between like the tolerances of somebody who doesn't do this regularly and somebody who's doing it regularly. Considering the gummy that I ate that was 10 times more was still only 50 milligrams. And that still wouldn't get a regular user high. It only affected me because my tolerance was so low.
Edibles hit different as well, don't they, as well?
That's another thing. They do hit a bit different. They process in your body differently.
Yeah.
But just to put the math in perspective, so I'm at 5 milligrams. That's what helps me. If you got, say, some flour, and you rolled into a joint, and that joint was, say, maybe a heavier one, about 1.5 grams, and this was some good stuff, good, I think can be anywhere between 30 to 60% THC by weight. Which means that one joint that weighs 1.5 grams can have roughly 800 milligrams in it of THC. It's, well, The thing is, it's fine if your tolerance is there.
I guess, but if you've got no tolerance, yeah.
If you have no
out.
tolerance, yeah. Now that can be really confusing because like, I don't smoke, but I'm pretty sure if I did smoke a hemp joint, like something that's federally legal, I would still feel it. Because if you gave me flour that was under 0.3% THC by dry weight, but I smoked a gram of it, then that would still be 30 milligrams of THC. So hemp would affect me still. Which means that if somebody was like, this is hemp, but it was actually marijuana, then it would mega fuck with me.
Is it just partnerprocess.com? Wisdom. 2 L's. I can put that in as a timer on the Nightbot as well.
Have returned.
He has returned.
Hello.
Well, no.
How have you enjoyed your partnered process products?
How have I enjoyed it?
How have you enjoyed them?
By the handful, by the gulp, thoroughly with each use. I can tell you this much. The good time gummies, especially with the Delta 9 in them, really knocked my socks off. They give you a nice calming body relaxation without making you feel all, ready for Grateful Dead concerts. I mean, you're never not ready for a Grateful Dead concert, but good time gummies, it'll get your body there, and then you can just take care of the mind at just your own discretion.
Very good, very good. All is well? You are ready to go?
Very much so.
Very much so. Okay. So after Secretary Lethos leaves you in the room, Kristen and Velrin continue getting ready to banquet. They change their outfit slightly to look a bit more less travel-y, more banquety. But about 10 minutes later, Lethos reappears. And he says, hello, sorry, can I have a couple of you come with me? We have your payment and everything sorted out, and then, Norvin would like a word.
Who's staying here with them and who's going?
I'll go. Silk, you want to come with me?
Okay.
Okay, so Westra and Mr. Goat stay with the diplomats. Lethos will lead you back into the throne room, but then through some more doors and up some stairs into a tower, you are taken directly to Primarch Norvin's quarters. His royal residence, if you will. Now, upon entering this room, it's interesting. There appears to be some larger double doors up ahead, going somewhere else. And there's many artifacts in this room. Silk, having a knowledge of Arcana, even you just being in this room, knows there's some unusual items in here.
Unusual.
Yeah. Magic seems to resonate in the room. Norvin is behind a desk, signing some documents, and looks up and stands as you enter, slowly, because he's an old man. Ugh.
How old?
Probably looks
Is
like
he
he's
my
in his late
older or my younger?
He's probably about the same age as you, roughly. He's not a spry though, by the looks of him, you know.
Yeah.
Yes, one needs to exercise even in old age.
One needs to exercise even in old age. So, sir. Yes, my champions. How fare ye?
Hello. We are alive.
I can see. Oh, you seem perturbed, dear doctor.
This has been a troubling journey.
When you are just a simple champion, and there are so many forces working against you beyond your simple understanding, it can put you on edge.
What happened down there?
Attacks, vicious, deceptive, open, brazen. Everyone seemed to be aware of our presence despite it being a secret mission. And we took very great pains to recover the aspect of secrecy that we were sent out in. Which is why I'm sure you didn't realize we were arriving when we did. But much more resistance than we would have thought for a relatively unannounced, secret, clandestine diplomatic meeting.
Well, I cannot speak to how your efforts towards stealth were thwarted, but I know it's no secret that the Dragonborn are not well received in our nation.
Did you know about the decoy team?
The decoy team?
Yeah. We asked Secretary Lethos about it. He had no idea. Vianor, Talia, you remember the champions we bested in the arena match?
I remember them, yes.
They were sent out with their own royal insignia and scripts, signed by the crown, as a decoy. They tried to betray us and kill us in a tavern in the dock port, or in the port town, in which we met the Dragonborn, just days before their arrival. You know nothing of this?
I cannot say I do. That was not sanctioned by myself. I will have to make an
Insight check.
Go ahead.
I want to see
What are you looking for on this
these
insight
people's
check?
reaction specifically. Guilt.
If that statement was a lie,
And by guilt, I do mean an obvious sign of deception, an obvious sign of fear. That gives me the idea that, oh my God, that's horrible. I shouldn't see much in an honest person's eye when I'm telling you this. Keen, perceptive.
You might want to take your rolls off private, by the way.
Oh, natural one.
Yeah, he rolled a 1.
should I also roll
Yeah, sure. Sure, you're there as well.
insight? Marginally better.
It's marginally better. It's better. Hey, anything's better than a 1. He doesn't. You get the feeling there's no deception in the sense that he doesn't know that Dahlia, Bilros, and Vianor were sent after you. This is news to him. You know fucking nothing, Doctor.
Oh, I think I know. I think I know he's telling the truth. Absolutely. 100%. Not a single
He's
fucking
just
dishonest
a
bone.
nice old man.
Yes, he is. Damn it. And I feel bad, honestly, for doubting him. I'm not going to lie. It's so clearly obvious he's telling the truth.
This is, well,
I don't miss much.
I am sorry that you had so much trouble, and I will definitely look into the decoy party that was sent behind you, because that was not sanctioned by myself, and if they had my royal writ,
That's two.
That's treason, you know?
That's two.
Two what?
That's two. Two members of the royal staff who have promised us that they had no knowledge of this and are going to look into it.
I am not the royal staff, I am the Primarch.
You know, I'm going to drop down very low and be like, you are correct. The staff serve you. You are the royal in the royal staff.
Yes.
I apologize, Primarch. It's been a
Fortunately,
long journey.
sometimes it's difficult. It's difficult to be the one in charge. People take advantage of that and use your name in vain, as it were.
Who would have the authority for something like that, to give out those royal writs?
Some of the Strategoses, perhaps.
I see. Because it's Secretary Lethos assures us he had nothing to do with it. I would assume he the only other person that could perhaps attain that.
Lethos is a good man, a loyal man. I don't see him doing something like this.
Would
How does your... Please.
I'm not here.
pushing out
I was
a
bowing to Silk.
royal writ without your express permission be a small slight or a very large one?
Oh no. He's quite punishable. He smirks slightly.
This is good to know.
Damn, I can't help but like this guy and trust him immediately. No, literally, I can't help it. I failed the roll.
Are you aware of how many people can create these writs professionally?
I mean, Lethos technically writes them up, but also, any of the Strategoses could as well.
Okay.
Very well. So,
This knows things down.
what do you know about... I don't know. Dragon worship.
Dragon worship, you say?
Indeed.
It would be odd,
You know-
seeing as there have been no dragons sighted in Talaria since the Plight.
Perhaps that's something dragon worshippers want to change.
Maybe.
The only reason I ask, good lord, because we were attacked by several gold dragon mask wearing fellows that had strange symbols that all seemed to point to some sort of dragon worshipping cult. And then we were attacked by a giant abomination no more than an hour from your gates, at which your entire staff has no idea. Never heard of that.
Oh no, we've had reports.
Which-
Just come in not long ago before I sent for you. We had a report come in.
We've been here 3 hours, my lord.
Yes, we had some reports come in. Obviously, there were many people on the road, were there not?
Not after that thing showed up, no.
No, they said they ran, and you then came up, ran past them, saying all was well. And that was... You were basically the first ones here that told us about this. We've sent soldiers out to clean up the mess of the creatures that were out there.
Will the peace delegation now be a public venue? Will we be showing some sort of treaty signing or armistice signing publicly?
Well, naturally, the first step is we're going to have dinner together and have a discussion, hopefully.
Absolutely.
And then we'll decide where to go
Certainly.
from there, because I also don't know young Kristen's intentions.
This is understandable.
Have you been notified that we have been hired by the noble Kristen
Yes, about that.
as her royal bodyguard?
But be careful of the company you keep, Doctor. I'm sick.
I would think that
Could
you would
explain
want
that?
the delegates.
He looks at you both. I know you both served in some capacity during PLIGHT. You remember what these monsters did to you, do you?
I remember very clearly.
Yes, I do.
You remember very clearly.
This does not change the necessity for peace.
Oh yes, we of course wish to sue for peace also. But it seems odd that the noble Kristen would suffer so many attacks and still make her way here. And then employ Talarians to protect her.
Why would she not? She is in Talaria, and I would assume your invitation, good lord. And why would you be puzzled by the delegates that you just hired us to protect, hiring us to protect them?
Just, I want to,
Have we not just showed qualification?
I just want to maybe consider, remember that you are in fact Talarians. About whatever happens next. This is your homeland, is it not?
Insight check. Insight check. I would like another insight check, please. And this is with sheer amounts of fear, okay? Because here's why. I'm actually gonna preface this of why I want this insight check to potentially even perhaps qualify for a bonus. Okay, he referred to them as monsters.
He did.
Do not forget what these monsters have done to your homeland.
He did.
Okay? That's a bad sign when the guy that's supposed to be in peace talks just referred to that.
Yeah, that's a big Freudian
Two,
slip.
Two, he seems very concerned on where our loyalty is. Not is right now, but is going to be in the immediate future. Why is he so concerned? If it's a peaceful mission and they have success,
Roll
then our
insight.
loyalty isn't a fucking problem. Okay.
Jesus.
Just saying.
Better. Better.
Yes.
He can do it, see? Okay.
I had to jack my dice up. They were listening.
By that, Primarch Norvin is definitely not telling you stuff. He's definitely hiding something. The amount of unease in this room goes up tenfold.
Are there others in this room with us?
Lethos left you in the room, so it's just you guys and Norvin.
Okay. I was holding back because you were talking, but this was planned before your insight check. I was gonna skip all that.
Oh.
Oh, nothing scary. I was just. It seems that you are being very vague with your words, sir. Could you explain what you mean by this?
These are difficult times. We don't know which way this is going to go, as I say. I have no knowledge of what it is the Dragonborn intend to ask for in this summons for peace. And it is a tenuous peace at that. And if they come with bad intentions, then we will return those bad intentions. Do you understand me?
As long as you do not attack
Yes, and they've hired us to make sure that if anyone comes to this peace talk with bad intentions for them,
But my question is,
there's
Doctor,
someone on their behalf.
But dear Doctor, if it is them with the bad intentions, will you still serve them?
Absolutely not. No. If they are unethical, if they choose to betray Talaria, if they are trying to do something evil, vile, dark, violent, oppressive, unfair, unjust, You can count on the champions being against it.
Mm.
Our only goal is to
However-
ensure their safety. Not
Yes.
to support them in their endeavors. Their safety.
I do not want to join the... You know my history, Lord. I'm sure you've been told. They still call me the poisoner in most of Wurath.
I'm well aware.
I have no desire to serve another kingdom. I only serve peace.
Hmm. Just keep in mind where you're from. Anyway,
I have never forgotten.
regarding your service to us lately, points towards his desk. On the desk in front of you, there's 4 small chests. These are for you and your comrades. You will see inside. We have compensated you 20,000 gold each. And we are in fact looking into at the end of this peace talk, seeing as you are going to be with us for the remainder of the peace talks, and I'm assuming escorting the diplomats back to their ship once this is all over. We are talking about getting you some kind of holdfast as the champions of Talaria.
A keep.
Keep.
Is that what you mean?
Mhm.
Well then, we would be honored and grateful. I'm just bow.
That is provided you still wish to remain together at the end of this. You know, I understand, Silk, you have students back in Fontainevilla, but if you wish to continue serving in Talaria's interests, you are more than welcome to.
I appreciate the opportunity.
And Doctor, I mean, I don't know what your plans are, but same with you, and same with Kyrios and Westra. I understand Westra is new to our land and has no home, so we would be honored to give her one.
We do want what's best for the kingdom.
Mhm.
I just know that sometimes, when it comes to kings and generals, that is not always the case. But you seem a fair and just ruler. I trust that you will give this peace a chance. Otherwise, I would not serve you, as I have very, very dutifully and successfully.
Very well. Take your prizes, and I will see you shortly for the banquet. I assume you are attending.
All the chests in the bag.
As you exit, Silk, you leave the room. Doctor, 1 moment. Please.
Yes.
An Indraconic says to you, listen to me. Make a wisdom saving throw. The draconic tones of his voice.
Flash of genius.
Oh, okay.
As a reaction, him speaking draconic is enough for me to go, I am seeing something unexpected and it's a threat. So I'm going to use Flash of Genius to add my bonus to my wisdom ability check. Or savings throw.
You add your intelligence modifier. What's your intelligence modifier?
It is +3.
As the tones of his draconic words ring through your ears and seep into your mind,
You want nothing more than to listen to the Primarch. Nothing more. You stand still in front of the Primarch, awaiting his command. And we'll end the session there.
Oh man.
What was the DC on that?
You
Can I know that?
No.
Damn. I want to know how close I was.
I might tell you later.
All right, perfect. Oh no.
Let me switch into... No, I'm in the... Why am I trying to use that screen to control the music? Fuck's sake.
It happens.
Switch to that or something. Just to change it up a bit. Right, well, thank you very much, my dudes. I wouldn't want to carry it on further than that because we have no Westra and it's sad.
Yeah,
And
no,
I don't want
this
her
is...
to miss all the action over the improv decision that I have just made.
Improv. Oh boy.
No, the next session won't be
Even
improv.
worse.
Next session won't be. This entire session was.
I'm sure you had to improv a bunch of filler because we were just like race straight to the starting or to the end line without Westra.
We will fill Westra in before next session. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, we end the session. The party is very rich now, with the potential promise of a holdfast in the near future. However, the doctor is in hot water as of this moment.
That or everybody else is.
That or everybody else is, one of the two. I will discuss with you, Doctor, what your commands are before next session. So you know what you're doing.
Fi on thee. And a pox on all your houses.
Yes. And stuff will become very...
Why do I gotta be the zombie? I'm the most paranoid one. Maybe that's why.
Can I get a pair of earrings?
Can you get a pair of earrings? You have sending stones.
I don't understand what you mean.
Or do you want... What kind of earrings do you want?
Or just any fancy earrings.
Oh, you want fancy earrings?
Yeah.
We can look into that. You have lots of money now, so if you go shopping, you can get the nicest earrings you want.
Thick.
Right, well, thank you very much to anyone who is watching on Twitch, and if you're watching on YouTube, even better, why don't you go ahead and subscribe? Subscribe! Because I realize that majority of you guys watching are in the States, and I stream at a weird time because I'm in the UK. But thank you very much for being here, and we look forward to seeing you all on Wednesday for the launch of Plight of the Golden Dragon TikToker edition. And we'll see you, if you just want to see the OG group with hopefully Westra back next week, you'll see us back again on Monday. So, thank you very much, everyone. Bye-bye! Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you've made it this far, then please, by all means, like and subscribe, as it helps a lot. And also, if you could do me a massive favor and check out my other socials, links are below, then that would be amazing. Until next week, everyone, bye-bye!